What is up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning back into Chase Games, and tonight I'm going to talk about my account progress and how I've noticed the game has changed, and just kind of what I'm doing, my strategy, my plans, and I'm just gonna talk a little bit. And I'm doing it again because if you guys watch my video I posted last night, I'm doing this right after I'm posting it at reset today. I recorded that video and the previous version of this one with the mic off because just didn't, it was plugged in. It was a software thing. Just had to, the mic got unselected. So I'm gonna do this again, and I don't have time because I work in the morning. Okay. Anywho, So I'm going to address some things that I said before in old videos, like old new player guide videos. I'll probably make new ones relatively soon. So first of all, I'm starting during Celebration if you guys watch this later. I've got a good amount of S ranks, more than a handful. I've got some powerful stuff. I re-rolled for the newest unit. Apparently I should have re-rolled for the last one. Sorry, not the last one. The lightning luminary. I guess I would have been better off there, but whatever. So anyway, story mode. Wow, much easier to get through story. I believe I completed all of the first 18 chapters with S4. I may have put 1 or 2 units at S5 or 6, but they didn't level. The only time I used experience scrolls was, I don't know, a few chapters in. A lot of the units in my party literally didn't have any damaging abilities. And the AI won't use, status effects and stuff like that. Not that they'd help that much going through story. So, my party was all, mostly two movement units that only had basic attack. So I put some experience scrolls in them to actually get some abilities, and then they started kicking butt. So anyway, that aside though, going through the thing, I was just destroying, and I don't think I had anything over level 80, clearing chapter 18. And then hard mode, again, I didn't have, maybe I had some units that needed to go to S5 at that point just to stop wasting experience. But yeah, nothing was over level 100 going through hard mode. In fact, I'll show you this part. Now, it's gotten a couple of levels since I went, but yeah, so my Jade, that's who I re-rolled for, Jinxter Jade or whatever. She's under level 100. He may have been capped at 100 or close to it, or Godemir. But yeah, you can see my Summer Jessica is only 90. So when I beat this the first time, they were a couple levels lower. And I can do it on auto. They do lose sometimes on auto, but yeah, so I beat that. Also, by the way, if I'm wrong on anything, or if you have any advice, or you can answer any of the questions that I ask, please do. This is the only hard mode stage I need to farm anymore, right? This is still the only place to get outside of very limited rewards. This is the only place to farm Illustrious Crystal, right? And the other ones come, I've heard they're amply enough distributed in the new EX mode. I missed the EX mode for the rank up stage. So that is cool. And I'm going to kind of give some advice to new players here. So it's a little bit of it's like half a guide and half an experience video. But yeah, so the family crystals are in here now. And I won't be hurting for those for a long time. Honestly, what I hurt for the most is the Savvy Sapphires. And really more than that, the Emerald. The whatever Emeralds. So these ones are good. And for those that don't know, this stage does drop a good amount of them, it looks like, or at least some. Because eventually you'll cap those. You'll stop needing those. You'll have a bajillion of them. But right now, those are the ones that I always need for ranking up units and stuff. So so what I'm saying is, when this stage can give them out, but it's a chance. So I'm gonna guess a 50% chance that they give it out. So when I just only need those, I go back to Hell. People told me it wasn't too much of a waste. I don't know. I don't know what the drop rate is on the new EX stage, but I imagine it's probably the better place to farm. And then I didn't notice. Well, I noticed this. So this isn't just coincidental when I came back, right? This is something that's given to new players as training boost. So it's double gold, double experience, and double rewards. You know, it's funny. I actually made, before I did this, I wanted to make a point that it would be nice if they gave a rank mats campaign, but that training boost is not just for story. It's all of adventure. It looks. I don't know if it goes into events. I don't think it goes into event. I don't think it's absolutely everything, but rank up material. I've been trying to avoid rank up materials because I'm like, I don't want to do it without a campaign. Now it's only a double campaign, but if you notice here in the little lower right corner of all these stages, experience up, gold up, and rewards up, extra rewards. So the reward drops are doubled. All right, so it's not double chances. It's whenever it drops something, you'll get double. So I don't need to be as adverse to run rank up missions while that. And it looks like, is it the same for abilities? Sorry, extra rewards. So that is awesome. And I can't comment on whether it's the extra experience that's making story go more quickly. It's a factor. It's a factor, but it's mostly the fact that the new units are so much more powerful. Oh my god! I remember one of my old videos. It was just a year ago. I advise people to not bring a full party of S ranks. I always advise that because A ranks are easier to level up. Okay, they're easier to level up. They're easier to rank up. It's just not hard now. The beginner mission, now that was added in the first year, gives you a good amount of family rank up materials to get started. But now that you have the rank up campaign and you might, I don't know if they give other rank up materials in other places, but it's just not that hard to rank up your units anymore. I don't need to abuse battle roads to level up event units anymore. Again, Jade has a battle road. I could have her at 120 already. It just hasn't been necessary. So yeah. And another thing. So this is kind of informative and also like a warning. I thought that there were going to be a lot more family fragment awakening fragments in the reminiscence shop. It's not as many as I thought. But anyway, before you start going through reminiscence stages for old stuff, if you're targeting things, okay, make sure you go out and check their shops first and see what's available. Because right now I want beast and demon fragments. I assumed that those were going to be ample going through reminiscence, but from what I look, and yeah, this is my number one question. Please help me out if I'm missing where some other fragments are. But I looked through these shops twice. There are 3 places to get 30 beast fragments and 2 to get 30 demon. And it's going to take a while. The demon one isn't a big deal. In a couple weeks I can buy 10 demon fragments with master metals, but 40 demon fragments. Did I say beast? Anyway, 40 demon fragments though. That's a long time, man. So if I'm missing even a handful of beast and or demon fragments, could somebody please tell me? Maybe I skipped. I'm pretty sure it's only 2 shops with demon and 3 with beast. Now slime was in 3 or 4 shops, I believe. So if you've got a good slime, for example, I got Summer Seraphy. She might be worth getting. Not 100% sure. I got her through the Bride banner. Yeah, it might be worth getting her awakening, although she's like 10 months old now. Yeah, almost all of these shops have iridescent orbs, but still check the shop first before you go grinding it. And then I'm not sure about the value of grinding that for other materials, but the limited resources are probably what you're going to want to go for first. But on top of the note of on the note of ranking up units being easier, what was I going to say? Yeah. Oh, sorry. You can get through with these new, more powerful units that you're leveling up relatively easily. Getting through hard mode and, the additional chapters and, chapters 16 through 18, it's just not that hard. You get a lot of iridescent orbs pretty easy because there's a lot of iridescent orbs in those stages. So when you're concentrating on one party, getting 8 to 10 orbs, not that hard. And, this is just a new player tip. This hasn't changed. But the mini medals, this is just a new player advice. Pay attention to where mini medals are. If you see that a stage has a treasure chest icon or it has a pot in there, later in the story and in the extra chapters and even hard mode, there are some stages that don't advertise having treasure. But there is one there. They'll have a pot there. If there's a pot that you can check in a stage, after like the first 10 stories of the chapters of regular story, I think in all of the later stages, if there's a pot, it has a mini medal in it. So if you do those, for your first couple days of playing, it's going to feel like you're wasting your time. Like, man, I'm not getting anything important out of this. I got a couple of old crappy units and my God, this one gives 1 illustrious iris, I think, some crappy weapons. But then when you get to 45, okay, you get an illustrious orb, iridescent orb. At 70, I'll get another. Okay, and there's some gems here too. At 80, I'll get 2. All right, some of these, it goes up to 155 now. Some of these mini medals are going to be locked behind endgame content that you are not going to have a party for a little while. But the vast majority of them, I believe, more than half, are just available by just paying attention while you're playing or going out of your way to get them. Not difficult content, just going and getting them. So get them as you're going through. Try to pay attention so that you're not using a guide and trying to figure out oh my God, which one did I miss? Because then you have to go through all these different story chapters and check out which ones you missed treasure chests on. Which, by the way, just a new player tip here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's really obvious." I could see it right there. There's a lot of things that you don't notice that are obvious to older players, but sorry. Okay, I know I missed some treasure chests because some of this I was just doing while working and couldn't be manual. I just want to be able to show you an example. Sorry. Dude, where did I miss? Is it only on ones that say clear and not? Okay, yes, right here. And by the way, if there is a treasure chest icon, even if you have all of the mission, the stage missions done, if you didn't pick up a treasure chest, it will say clear. Okay. Right here for the whole chapter. Notice it says clear, okay, instead of complete. So if it says clear, there is something to do. And then right here, this one, episode 5, you see that little treasure chest icon? That is probably a mini medal, okay? So get all of those the first time, then you don't have to spend more stamina going back, okay? Oh, and then, sorry, back to fragments, okay? The ones that are plentiful, okay, because, Beast, 90, that's pretty close. Slime, I think there's over 100 slime fragments. But Hero and Dark Lord, those are the most prevalent. There's a lot of those, okay? I would advise you, though, not to go spend those. Just because if you go and get all of them, you're setting on 200 hero fragments, and you're going to tell me, Chase Games, I don't have to sweat what I spend them on because I have 200. Bro, we get Hero and Dark Lord units all the time. And the one that comes out next month is going to be better than the one that you pulled in the value banner that came out last year. Okay? So, awakening your, I don't know, Zoma or something? Whatever. Some unit that came out 8 months ago. Yes, it will still be useful. But I can guarantee you that having that 100 or 200 awakening fragments ready to go for the next unit or two that come out over the next couple of months. New Dark Lord and Hero units come significantly faster than another 100 fragments of that family. I can guarantee you that. That's not even... So, you having 200 already, and then, I'll get more in the future too. Yeah, not as fast as new good units. So, eventually you'll get, whether you save or not, you'll get lucky on these new banners, and you will want to be able to buy awakening fragments for the new units. And I guarantee you will kick yourself for buying fragments for 2-year-old units. Okay. Gold is still an issue. I got a few right now. I cleared out some missions and stuff. I have been low since starting. You can't go ranking, like old battle roads. You can't do old battle roads. I put everything up to their base, their base cap. I did the Magellan. I ranked those units up a little bit, not all the way, but the only battle road you should be worrying about right now is the event battle road, and that's mostly just to get your S ranks maxed out for free and complete the missions for leveling the A ranks. I'm not gonna argue that it's like the best strategic value to max out your battle road units, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to allow it. But the old battle roads, guys, you don't have the resources. There's so much to do. You want to farm event units and whatnot. But so, your main unit, if you want to get when you want to get into PvP, because honestly the rewards are too good to skip. You don't have to go hardcore into it, but you do want to have your best team possible. Okay, to help out your guild, or just to do RTM or whatever. You need to upgrade your abilities. You got to rank up your main units, and then you're going to want to rank up more units to have better PvP options, or to be able to clear out PvE content. There is some PvE content that has amazing rewards locked behind it that needs multiple parties of units, and you're going to want S and A ranks, and they take a lot of materials and a lot of gold. So right now I'm sitting on nearly 200,000 gold. Some people would be like, oh, that's a lot. You don't need to worry about gold. No, I can spend that in a minute. I can go rank up some very much needed abilities to level 8, 9, or 10. I need to do that. I could spend my gold right now on very important stuff. But I'm trying to be careful. I want to get things ranked up first. The current event battle road units and stuff. So just be careful with your gold. It's still a problem that hasn't changed a bit. And then I think I said before, starting during celebration was great. I had a couple of notes here. And then was there something else? There was let me see. Oh yeah, another new player. I've made a couple of new player guides before, and I just brought up the list that I had in those videos. Reroll. Yeah, make sure you reroll. The story, I had finished stories at point. That's just so much easier now. Find a guild that's still good. Mini medals, yeah. Player XP. Get your player XP everywhere you can. Make sure you look in the missions tab. Anything that gives player rank XP, do it. You're going to have to do it eventually. There is no extra player experience, okay? Player rank experience. Get every single point that you see. Blossom doors. Yeah, I got up to the 10th blossom door just on auto, and that was a couple days ago, so I'm sure I can get a little bit further now. I don't know how long it's going to take. By the way, this is another thing, just feedback. I wish there was a way to reasonably, I wish it was cheaper to blossom old units, because right now, realistically speaking, I'm never going to have resources for old blossom units. Technically, yes, I can still do it if I want to, but I do already have enough newer units, and I'm not going to be able to blossom much for a while. I've barely, I've gotten 3 nodes on Orgonomir, so he's mostly done. I need a couple more flowers to finish him, but that's about all I'll be able to do this month, and that's even using my gold Mendini medals. By the way, new players, that's probably the best thing to use your gold Mendini medals on, is the flowers from the mini medal, or from the Mendini medal shop. But yeah, So yeah, do that. And then what was my other? What did I say there? It doesn't matter. Okay, I clicked out of the other one. But yeah, so yeah, the progressing is just a lot easier now. You're still gonna hit that cap on gold and resources and whatnot. And the other thing I'm gonna go on here is I'm just not doing gems for stamina anymore. I did it for the longest time, and I probably, maybe not, maybe I didn't do the math, but I made like strategic arguments for using gems for stamina. And you know, I would believe that during maybe a triple campaign, I definitely wouldn't fault you for using gems for stamina, but I'm personally not going to do it anymore. So I was going to bring up my calculator here, but here's the way I think of it. I've said this in other videos before, but let me reiterate. Only 160 gems a day on stamina, you know, for those first 4 refreshes. Only 160 gems. I'm not going to pull the calculator up because I don't want to waste your time. This video is long enough, but 160, okay, times 30, okay, 4,800 gems a month. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, that's a lot of gems, Chase, but, like, yeah, you know, that's worth it. Let's do it 6 months, since we have a celebration every 6 months. That's 28,800 gems every 6 months, okay? 28,800. Let's round up a tiny bit. Let's add 1,200 gems on there, okay? 30,000 gems. You know what that is? That's a full holiday stamp card, you know, for a 30,000 gem banner. That's a bridal banner. That is 2 complete 48-hour banners, because those take 15,000 apiece. Let me see. 72-hour banners, or 48-hour banners. We always get 7 of those, right? If you want to go for like the most value there for the least amount of gems, you spend 6,000 on each times 7. That's 42,000 gems. But you know, that, let me see, if you spend just 6,000 gems on a 48-hour banner, you could do 5 of those. You could do 5, you could do 10 stamps on, you know, on the 48-hour banner. So you could get the first 2 stamps on 5 of the 7 48-hour banners. Just by not doing 4 gem refreshes. Sorry if that's a little complicated and a little tongue-tied, but and then just, of course, we're gonna do it. Let's look at a year, okay? Very basic math, but it goes to 57,600 gems, okay? So that means, you know, let's look at the holiday, you know, the celebration stamp cards that go for 30,000 gems. That's nearly 2 of them. That's 2,400 gems short. I'm gonna round this up to 60,000. Deal with it, okay? That's 60,000 gems. That's 2 full celebration 30th, you know, stamp card banners. The 48-hour banners, okay? Those are 15,000 a piece, and there's 7 of them. Let me see. What does that come to? 105,000 gems. So, you know, you could do 4 full 48-hour banner stamp cards, okay? For that. You can't do all of them, but okay, and think about what you're getting when you spend gems for refreshes, okay? You can rank things up, sure. But what do you get? You're getting some master rank by ranking up old units. Yes, I like to do that too. But the main thing is farming up story units, okay? For event units, rather. How many of them are actually important? And if they are important, just use your stamina herbs for them. Yeah, I know you want to use them for campaigns and stuff, but God, what do you, at the end of the year, okay, let's look back at this after a year, okay? At the end of the year, are you going to be happier that you got 5 hearts on maybe like a half a dozen more story units? Or are you going to love that you got to do like, you know, 3 or 4 more 48-hour banners, or 2 full 30,000 gem banners, you know? Or even just not thinking about the celebrations. I mean, you know, over a year, you know, even at the 6-month point, okay? What did I say that was? 4,800 times 6. You know, it's nearly 30,000 gems. Let's just say that. 30,000 gems over 6 months. That's most of a pity, okay? That's probably, you know, there's a very good chance that you can get a spotlight unit in 30,000 gems. Do you want one spotlight unit? Okay? Or, I mean, are you happy that you max awakened a couple of story units? I think the answer is obvious. You just have to play the long game. So, I'm playing the long game, guys. I'm not, other than Erdrick coming in Dragon Warrior 1, which, if you missed, that's why I'm back. You know, other than him, I'm just going for value banners now. You know, I want to play the long game. So, anyway, this video is long enough. It's late enough. I gotta get to bed. If you tuned in, thank you. And, you know, thanks, guys. Have a good night. I'll be back with more soon.